Sussex needs to be undressed. Charles put, in terrible disgrace, as the Queen's funeral as his deadly revenge. Prince Andrew and Prince Harry have both been banned from saluting during the Queen's coffin today's procession, while other royals including King Charles III, Prince William and Princess Annall performed the gesture. Members of the royal family saluted as they passed the Senate in Whitehall this afternoon on their way from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, where the Queen will lie in state until her funeral next Monday. But Andrew and Harry just bowed their heads next to the National War Memorial because they weren't allowed to wear military uniform, which is because neither of them are working royals now. Unlike the other royals, they did not salute when the coffin of Queen Elizabeth II, adorned with the royal standard and imperial state crown, arrived during the procession at the Palace of Westminster shortly afterwards. It comes after Andrew, the Duke of York, was also banned from wearing his military uniform and saluting at the vigil for his mother earlier this week at Edinburgh's St Giles Cathedral on Monday afternoon. For the same reason, the decision to ban Harry and Andrew from wearing military uniforms at events following the Queen's death in Balmoral last Thursday is a reminder that both now have limited involvement with the royal family. Prince Harry spent 10 years in the army but was stripped of his honorary military titles in 2020 after he and wife Meghan Markle announced they were stepping down as senior working royals and moving abroad. His uncle, the Duke of York, who was forced to retire from public life in 2019 over the jet-free Epstein scandal. The only other royal banned to wear a military uniform at the ceremonial events and funeral. It comes after Harry was denied the opportunity to wear a military uniform while mourning the loss of his grandmother, although Andrew will be allowed to do so at the vigil instead of 8, which has yet to take place. Harry, who has been on the front lines during 2 deployments in Afghanistan, will be dressed in civilian clothes for official events, including the late monarch's state funeral. Only working royals, which Harry and Andrew are not, are required to dress in uniform on 5 ceremonial occasions. These are the service at St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh, which took place on Monday, the procession of coffins to Westminster Hall today, the vigil of the Prince of Reclining, the funeral at Westminster Abbey and the surrender service in Windsor. However, an exception has been made for Andrew, who will wear a uniform as a special mark of respect to the Queen as he stands guard around her coffin during the Prince's vigil. The Queen's other children, King Charles III, Princess Anne and Prince Edward, are expected to join him in negotiations during the handover later this week. The move to ban Harry from wearing military uniforms is likely to come as a blow to the former soldier, who is proud of his decade in the armed forces and sad after being stripped of his honorary military posts, including Captain General of the Royal Marines. The Queen post Meghan. In a statement released yesterday ahead of today's procession through the capital, his press secretary confirmed he was tapping on his uniform.